Good day everyone. Today we will be talking about the ridge counting and world tracing in our subject Forensic 2. Okay, so by the end of this presentation, I hope you'll have a clear understanding about the ridge counting and world tracing. I invite you to engage with the content and raise any questions or insights at the end of our topic or at the end of the discussion. Okay, now without further ado, let's begin with an exploration. Let's first explore what is ridge counting or the definition of ridge counting. Alright, ridge counting is the number of ridges intervening between the delta and the core that is known as the ridge count. Okay, saan po natin mahahanap yung ating pong ridge count? Doon po in between sa core at sa delta. Ayan, ipinapakita po sa illustration natin kung saan nakalocate yung delta at yung ating pong core. Ayan pong na-numbered as 1 to 25 is yan po yung tinutukoy nating ridge count. So, diba, magkaiba po yung ridge count at ating pong ridge counting. Kasi, yung ridge count po is yung mismong ridges na andoon in between the core and the delta. At yung pinagkaiba naman po ng ridge counting is the process. Ito po yung proseso kung saan binibilang po natin yung mga ridges from andoon kay core papunta kay delta or delta papunta kay core, or mas okay kung isang pattern lang, no, sa pagbibilang. So it is always important na alam po natin yung core at yung delta, no? But remember, hindi po kasali sa counting yung core at delta. Okay, yun po yung tawag natin sa ridges na nabilang natin. Ridge counting po yung tawag doon sa pagbibilang. Okay, remember, it is a process. Okay, for better understanding, no, ang ridge counting po kasi, it is a fundamental technique utilized in the field of fingerprint analysis, no? So, ridge counting is a method used in the analysis of fingerprint patterns. It involves counting the number of ridges that touch or cross a line drawn from the delta to the core of loop patterns. Ayan, as you can see, yung ating po mga imaginary lines, yan po yung ginagamit para sa ating process or doon po sa ating ridge counting para ma-identify po natin kung ilang ridges po yung andoon. Okay, so applicable lamang po yan doon sa ating mga loop type pattern. Okay, basta loop patterns po yung andyan is ang gagamitin po natin automatically ridge counting po. Okay, now how to do ridge counting, no? What are the steps? Unang-una, select a reference point, which is yung atin nga pong core na sinasabi, pwede ka doon mag-start or pwedeng sa delta ka mag-start. Second is yung atin pong imaginary line. So, ginagamit po natin itong imaginary line for our guidelines para mabilang po natin ng maayos yung ating pong ridges. Then, third is count the ridge. Sa pagbibilang naman po ng ridge, kinakailangan every point ng ating pong guideline or ng ating pong imaginary line is counted as one ridge. But there are circumstances na makakount po yan as two ridges, no? Like for example, nag-cross po siya doon sa bifurcation, no? So basically, 2 counts po para dyan. So 2 ridges po yun. So dyan na part is kabilang po sa numerical value ng each ridges. So ganoon lang yun, no? Continue counting lang, counting ridges hanggang or until you reach the end of the line. So, syempre, diba, ang direction ng pagbibilang po ng ating ridges is dapat consistent, okay? So, kung upward yung pagbibilang mo, dapat upward lang siya. Kung pa-downward naman, descending, dapat descending lang siya. So, the important thing is, you use the same counting direction each time for the given fingerprint pattern. Then, check mo na, repeat for accuracy, then record for the result. Okay, so that is how to do ridge counting, no? Next is whirl tracing. Pag sinasabi po nating whirl, that is to include all types of whirl. Mapa-plain whirl man yan, mapa-central pocket loop, accidental loop, or double loop. All types of whirl is gagamitan po ng whirl tracing. Okay, so pag sinasabi po nating whirl tracing, it can either be outer whirl, inner whirl, or meeting whirl. This could only be the result sa whirl tracing, no? Inner, outer, and meeting whirl. Okay, so let's start, no? Mag-start po tayo, i-identify yung location po ng right delta at ng left delta. Para ma-identify natin kung ito po ba ay inner whirl, outer whirl, or meeting whirl. So ngayon, ito po yung ating right delta. At ito naman po yung ating left delta. So, ang whirl tracing po, mag-uumpisa po yan sa left delta to right delta. Para malaman natin kung inner, outer, or meeting whirl po yan, meron po tayong mga keywords para dyan. Okay, so mag-start po tayo muna sa meeting whirl. Tingnan nyo yung illustration. So, ito po ay tinutukoy sa bilang ng mga intervening ridge sa below or above the position of the left to right delta. Masasabi mong meeting whirl kung merong mga intervening ridges na hindi lalagpas sa dalawa. So, next is the inner whirl. Katulad ng una-unang tracing, mag-uumpisa po tayo ulit sa left delta. Okay, so masasabi mong inner whirl po yan pagka meron siyang 3 or more intervening ridge mula sa loob papunta sa right delta. Okay, so next is the outer whirl. Ang ating pong outer whirl is kabaliktaran po ng ating inner whirl. So, kung ang bilang ng intervening ridge ay galing sa labas, sa below part ng whirl pattern, ito ay tatawagin na agad na outer whirl. So, ayun po yung mga keywords para po sa ating inner, outer, and meeting whirl, no? Okay, so this is just a simple explanation. Alright, so ayun. Meron po tayong palatandaan sa ridge counting at sa whirl tracing, no? Ang pinaka-importanteng elements po sa ridge counting is yung core at delta. Mahanap natin yung core at delta, at sa whirl tracing naman is si right delta and left delta. So that's all for my video presentation. Thank you and God bless.